What's brackin', guys? Welcome to this video. I'll be taking a look at some of the changes you viewers would like to see in FIFA 20 career mode. So you guys had some great suggestions in my 5 changes needed for FIFA 20 career mode video, and I'll be highlighting those throughout this video. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely do so. You can click in the upper right hand corner and check that video out first and leave some of your suggestions on either this video or the previous one, and I'll probably do another video if you guys have any other interesting comments. Kind of keep this up. I think kind of doing a video like this every week would be pretty cool. So also follow me on Twitch if you haven't, as I do plan to stream quite a bit of FM and some other games on there. So we'll get into this first comment from Masa. Wonderful subscriber, has been here for a while. Glad to see her joining the movement, man. Definitely had to get involved in the change career mode hashtag. Of course, it basically was trending on many parts of Twitter, so it was awesome to see. I mean, FIFA career mode has been such a big part of YouTube for me and just basically my video game interest for so long, and it's sad to see it's not getting the attention that it deserves. So first point that he has to make here is scouted players' names. Not only are they usually unrealistic, they also tend to be the same ones every single career mode you play. Not only realistic, but also boring to have 3 players from Cameroon, let's say, with the same last name and with first names such as Alpha, for example. I definitely think the names, the faces, the tucked in shirts, just so many different things about youth academy players, regens, whatever you want to refer to them as, needs a lot of work. Weak foot skill moves also kind of brought that up before in the previous video. Everything about them needs a whole overall, and definitely the names is a big part of it. I agree with that for sure. So the next point I have to say is I'd also want the ability to choose for your style of career mode. RTG, for example, you let you train more youth players at the same time. That's actually interesting. That would be very cool for youth academy career mode YouTubers also, or at least make them grow more in their training sessions, or even just increase the potential of all real players under the age of 19. With 70 overall or less, so they can use them from League 2 to the Premier League without having to change the whole squad. Yeah, that would be great, because, you know, in every kind of RTG I've done, you have some players that can only kind of play for a few of the levels and not really be as good in the Premier League or the Championship, for example. So to have them maybe exceed that potential would be awesome. But I also think maybe have like a 6-point range that's between basically not reaching your potential, hitting your potential, and exceeding your potential. And it would basically be based on things like form, injuries, playing time, stuff like that. I think that would be awesome, because that would just, we have dynamic potential, and it'll be completely based on how you utilize your players and how they're performing, and any other things that happen, such as injuries. I think that would be great if that was implemented. It would kind of kill my channel in a way, but that'd be awesome, because I'd actually want to play career mode more. So yeah, I would like to see something like that. But also being able to sack more than a couple players each season would be nice. Definitely a bit of an issue. I just wish that, definitely a bit of an issue that you can't do that. I just wish that was possible. I'm not sure what the logistics of it are, but something that needs to be implemented. So all these things plus the ones that you shared would be awesome and really add enjoyment to the game mode. Yeah, I had this weird feeling EA is neglecting career mode for a reason, and I hope I'm wrong, but maybe they're just letting it die slowly so they can fully focus on what gives them the most money, and that's obviously Ultimate Team. And there's probably a good point to be had there, clearly. But hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully that's not the case, but I could maybe see that being a part of it for sure. So the next comment is just upgrade stadium from Denis. That's a wonderful comment, because something simple like that, if you're doing a Road to Glory career mode like Masa mentioned, would be perfect if you're able to upgrade your stadium, you know, because you have to once you play Champions League. I'm pretty sure it's a rule. If you can't, you know, upgrade it, then you have to play at a better venue. So that actually should be something that has to happen. I think that should be implemented. More realism and just more control of your squad. So I think that would be a wonderful thing to see. Now, request funds from Snasky. Another thing that just didn't make sense, the fact that that was actually taken out of career mode. There's many things that have been taken out of career mode that should be there. So that should hopefully be back in FIFA 20. I'd love to see that back also. Now, from Underrated Dogs, a wonderful YouTuber. I definitely recommend you check him out. For me, he says, I really don't like the gameplay. It may just be the single player gameplay as a whole, but I've noticed is that the games can get really boring. When I increase in difficulty, it gets very challenging to the point where I'm not even having fun. And when I decrease it, it's just too easy. I want the gameplay to be both challenging and fun. During games with higher difficulties, hardly any moments that highlight because not much that happens. It's just me trying to get the ball and defend for 90 minutes. They even just trash the game though, but I do notice some very obvious scripting when a low-rated player who's not known for his passing makes an incredible pass, leads to goal that I was just not able to do anything about for some reason. That's definitely a big aspect of it. Like, you want players to actually be smart, like have a brain, not just all of a sudden have ridiculous technical ability. I think that's how it should be ramped up, rather than just having them all play like Barcelona, which is pretty much what happens when you're playing like lower league career modes. What I played like in RTGs, a lot of the teams just basically all play like Barcelona when they really are probably just hoofing the ball up the pitch, playing super direct and stuff like that. But that's how it is, and I definitely agree that needs to be changed, because like there's obviously, when you're first getting into career mode, everyone has that kind of issue when they first start, where they're like maybe in that area between world class and legendary. But I still think the gameplay as a whole needs to be overhauled to where it's not just every team playing like Barcelona and stuff like that. So Denise says change regen name pool and add more regen faces. We kind of talked about that before for sure with Moss, and I do agree that is something that needs to be changed. It is kind of ridiculous to see the same names over and over again, and the faces are just all pretty generic. They all have, generic hairstyles, generic faces. I get that you can edit and stuff like that, but I think that'll just give us more variety if they have all different hairstyles, just some cool hairstyles, stuff like that. I mean, especially when you think about it, young football players these days come in with some pretty interesting hairstyles, and I think you should definitely try to implement those in the game as much as possible to bring some more variety and stuff like that. So I think faces definitely can be a big part of it, hairstyles and stuff like that, and eventually tattoos if those get added. So Julio Barrosa says the age of players when they begin to downgrade is also stupid. Once they reach 29, they begin to downgrade. A lot of players get better with age. Definitely agree with this, because the main thing is it just kind of depends on position. I think it's like CDM, center backs, goalkeepers. They kind of start to decrease around like 31 or 32, but a lot of these like midfielders, strikers, wingers, stuff like that, once they hit 30, they just have rapid declines in their mental attributes and like every attribute basically, and it just makes no sense whatsoever. I definitely agree, because especially you look at some of these strikers, midfielders, definitely hitting their prime, kind of in the early 30s, and goalkeepers especially do in their 30s as well as a lot of center backs. So it doesn't make sense to have some of these players really downgrading so young. I think it should be about form, injuries, stuff like that. Because obviously once you're kind of over the age of 29, and have some injuries and stuff like that, you're generally going to start to go down in form and stuff. But I think it just definitely needs to be more things that come to factor than just age, for sure, in the downgrading of players. The stuff is so basic, we've been calling it out for years. They hate their customers, and I'm pretty sure they keep doing this just to have a laugh at our expense. And not being FIFA 20 unless they announce huge changes to career mode nice and early in the year, which is definitely not going to happen. I definitely have said this before. I think FIFA 20 is a game changer for EA, and especially the career mode community, and pro clubs community for sure, and some other communities. I am not having as much fun with this game as I've had, previous FIFAs. It's not a very interesting or entertaining game. There are plenty of other games I'd rather play than FIFA. FM, 2K even, which has its flaws, but I still enjoy 2K more than FIFA. Red Dead, Siege. I'm getting a lot of games on computer recently because of Steam, and my PC is not terrible at running some older games. So definitely a lot of other games I'd rather play than FIFA at the moment. So I agree, it's going to be a game changer for EA Sports this year, this next edition of FIFA. And if it's not as good as it should be, there's going to be a lot of people that will be not giving EA their money next year. Those $60, maybe $30 or whatever if you're buying it on sale. I think there's a lot of unhappy people who already did not buy this year and then won't be buying the year after. So then Tommy Lalana says we should be able to edit kits every season. Maybe in Premier League Portsmouth we still have the League One, the same kit after 10 years. I definitely agree with that. Like, give us some sort of customization with that for sure. Give us just kind of some colorways, some things we can change, get some slight changes to, and that would be perfect. I mean, you look at the customization you can somewhat do in pro clubs. It's not amazing, but just let us do some simple things with the colorways and stuff like that. And it'd be great to be able to have a little bit of control over your kits. So you don't have the same thing for, like 5+ season if you're doing a Road to Glory. It can be very boring and stale. So with that, those were some great comments, guys. I love all your feedback you have there. You guys gave me. If you guys want to see more videos like this, just kind of more chill, talking about career mode, other things, I mean, involving FIFA, in video games. Let me know, because I do enjoy these types of videos actually quite a bit. This kind of longer commentary is pretty fun to me, just kind of talking, giving some of my opinions out here. So thank you guys for all your comments. If you guys have some more comments on career mode, some changes you'd like to see, I could definitely do another video for you guys, as I definitely, like I said before, enjoy doing these videos for you. So hit that like button, my beautiful chalupa lovers. Follow me on Twitch if you haven't, as I do plan to be streaming on there quite a bit throughout, you know, this month, especially as I'm gonna be not going back to school for a while. And just in general, I kind of want to move to streaming a bit more on Twitch, and also I'll still be streaming YouTube, some career mode on occasion, especially the weekends. So with that, my beautiful chalupa lovers, again, thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like button. I'll be signing out now, and I'll catch you guys later.